Welcome to Talkpoint, your trusted source for balanced news, verified fact, and thoughtful analysis on the stories shaping America and the world. This week, television personality and political commentators Baker and Smith are making headlines after publicly questioning former President Donald Trump's deal-making skill, asking what happened to the art of the deal. The comment came during the episode of the Stephen S. Smith Show where it discussed the latest political great work in Washington and the growing division inside the Republican Party. Smith, known primarily for his work in sport broadcasting and increasingly used his platform to talk about broader political issues. He said Trump, who built much of his image around being a master negotiator, seems to have lost that edge in the political arena. In his words, Donald Trump used to be the guy who wrote the art of the deal. Now I am wondering where's that the deal making magic because what I am seeing looks more like standstill and standoffs than successful negotiations. Smith's remarks came after a series of failed negotiation efforts among Republican lawmakers, including disputes over the latest government funding plan, border security, and trade tariffs, all of which have exposed sharp division within the GOP as the 2026 midterm election approach. Political analysts say these breakdowns have raised questions about whether Trump's influence over the party is helping or hurting its ability to govern effectively. In the past, Trump often portrayed himself as the ultimate dealmaker, someone who could bring opposing sides to table and strike agreement in his favor. But according to Smith and several analysts too, the Republican Party seems more fragmented than united, with factions loyal to Trump often clashing and more traditional conservatives. Reports from Politico and The Hill highlighted that Trump's endorsement on no longer gradually Gartain's political success and candidate and leadership outcome. Some Republican senator and House members have grown frustrated with that they describe as an all of nothing strategy, saying it leaves little room for compromise or progress. Smith criticized wasn't personal but rather focused on leadership. He emphasized that full political skill lies not in confrontation but in the ability to persist and unite, something he believes has been missing from today's political landscape. He said, if you can't make deals even with people in our own party, then what's the up world the deal? Following the remarks, social media it up with reactions. Some conservatives accused Smith of bias, while others, including independents and moderates, praised him to asking a fair questions. On X formally tweeted the phrase out of the deal turned national word to several house, with many users debating whether Trump deal making remains the household of today. News outlets like Newsweek and CNN noted that Smith's comments showed a growing gentleman among voters, failure and constant political standoff and a desire for real policy results rather than party infighting. Meanwhile, inside Washington, tensions remain high. Republican lawmakers are divided over how to approach the upcoming budget and policy negotiations, with some calling for more collaboration and others arguing a hardline approach aligned with Trump's agenda. Despite the controversy, Trump's core base remains loyal, viewing him as a strong leader willing to stand up to political establishment. However, polls conducted to Reuters appears suggest an independent voters who are crucial and national election increasingly turned off by the lack of compromise and in Congress. Political experts say the Smith comments will reflect a larger frustration among Americans who remember Trump's 2016 campaign promise to make trade deals for America. Nearly a decade later, many are asking whether that the deal-making instead will defend his leadership style or whether it has given way to partisan battle. In the end, spoken as peace question wasn't just about Donald Trump, it was about the state of American politics as a whole. He challenged all leaders, regardless of party, to prove that negotiations and cooperation are still possible in the time one division seems to dominate every headline. This is Talkpoint bringing you verified, updated, factual reporting and balanced analysis on the stories that matter most. Stay tuned, subscribe and click the notification bell for reliable fact-based news you can trust.